Well, another thing that the WatchMate can do is it deals with large numbers of targets, crowded areas quite well. And one of the ways that it deals with that is a target list. By clicking the button once, I just get a list of targets. Rather than that visual display that we now have a list ordered by priority, and on the list it shows where to find the vessel, the bearing and range, and the closest point of approach. And it allows you to very quickly step through. But the most important thing is that if there were, say, 100 targets around us, the top 2 or 3 or 5, whatever, are going to be the ones that are most important, the ones to pay attention to first. They have the highest collision risk. The ones at the bottom are perhaps stationary or traveling away from us. So another feature that we have is filtering, and what filtering is used for is decluttering the display. We want to show just the targets that are the highest risk, the most important, the things that we have to pay attention to. So what the system can do is it can filter out targets that are moving away from us. It can take stationary targets out, so if you're operating in a harbor with lots of vessels tied to the wharf, they can all disappear. It can filter targets also based on their range. So an example here is we have 7 targets around us, and they're all kind of cluttering up the screen. I can just very quickly select a different mode that I want to be in that turns on the filters. And now they all go away, and the only ones that I see are the 3 that are important to me, rather than the whole list that I had before. Another really important feature is alarms, and this is to alert you if a collision risk is going to happen. You have a lot of control over what those alarms are going to be. In particular, we have four profiles, and those profiles are used to organize all of your settings. And they're anchored profile, harbor profile, coastal, and offshore profiles. And you can set up your parameters in there for how close you want to allow a vessel to get before it sets the alarm, how much time. So you can set an alarm that says, I want 10 minutes warning of any vessel that's going to come within, say, a mile of me. But if you're in a harbor, you need to reduce that amount quite a bit, because you're going to be operating near many other vessels. There'll be vessels coming close to you and so on. So you might set that to be only 5 or 10 minutes warning of a vessel that's going to come within a tenth or a quarter mile. But you'll save those as your harbor profile, and then you'll save these other ones as your other profiles, like offshore or coastal. And once you've done that, then it's just a flick of the single button to go back and forth between them. So when you're in the harbor, you just hit the harbor button. As soon as you leave and you're headed off along the coast, hit the coastal button. And the way that works is you just come down to the profile section, have a list of what those 4 profiles are. In this case, I'll just switch it to the coastal profile, and you'll notice that the alarm immediately goes off. When the alarm goes off, it takes you right to the page, so you don't have to go hunt for the vessel or anything. It pops up the page for that vessel, all of its details, and it blinks the reason for the alarm. In this case, it's because of the closest point of approach.